This conference will now be recorded.
Thank you. Okay, so basically there are six type of purchasing options available for EC2 for purchasing Amazon EC2 instances. But technically there are only three ways in which you can pay for instances. That is on demand, reserved, and spot instance. Okay, so we'll go and we'll cover each of them one by one. So first we will cover about first we'll talk about on-demand instance. What is on-demand instance? So on-demand instance, as the name suggests, I mean these are the virtual server which is very easily available. Okay, people we generally use on-demand servers for our for during the testing and during the development of our application. Now when the developer is developing the application for testing it at the initial phase or for testing it in the non-prod environment or in a pre-prod environment, we use this type of instances. Okay, these are not used for the deployment in production. Okay, so with on-demand instance, you yeah, sorry, anybody was saying something? Okay, so basically, so as the name, so as told you that it is used for a testing and the development of application on EC2. So these are basically short-term instances. Okay, this should not be used for your production purpose. Okay, and again the per hour billing is for the Linux instance, not for a Windows instance. As of now, AWS has not brought the pricing model of pay per second for Windows. It is only available for Linux instance. With Windows instance you'll have to go for billing for pay per hour model, on pay per hour model. Okay, so if you have any questions guys, please feel free to interrupt. Second is dedicated instance. So I will cover dedicated instance and dedicated host. Uh, I mean, parallelly. Okay, so so what is dedicated instance? So dedicated instance, as the name suggests, a dedicated instance, it runs on a VPC. It runs in a VPC on hardware that is dedicated to a single customer. Whereas for dedicated host, in dedicated host, what does is AWS provides the whole physical server to which is fully dedicated to a single a person. But in dedicated instance, only the VPC is provided on that particular hardware. Okay, so dedicated instance, I mean, so in dedicated instance, the hardwares, I mean, in the hardware are shared with the other instance. It can be shared within the same account or within a different account. But in dedicated host, the hardware are not shared with any other AWS account. It is only dedicated to a single account, single owner. That is what dedicated host is. So again, this is a very important in interview. They will generally ask question about dedicated instance. What is the difference between dedicated instance and dedicated host? Okay, so this is very important comparison, so please keep in mind. In dedicated instance, run in VPC on a hardware that is dedicated to a single customer, but dedicated host, the whole physical server is dedicated to your use. Okay, okay, and what dedicated host does is it can save your licensing cost as well. I mean the license which you are using, let's suppose there's a company called X. So if that X company is using a Windows license or any license in its organization, the same license it can used in the dedicated host, so that cost can be saved. Okay, okay, I'll go ahead. So if you have any doubts, please do feel free to interrupt me. Now, spot instance. What is spot instance? So as the name suggests, these instance will can be availed by you on spot. I mean, there's actually a bidding for this instance. So let's say you bid $1. Okay, so this instance will be made available to you, but this but the actual cost of the instance can be $100, but you can avail it in $1. Why? Because at that time, if that instance is not in use, okay, then AWS will provide it at a very low cost. But if uh, let's say a Prasad bid for $1 for a T3 medium instance, or a T4 large instance, okay, and he's using it. Now suddenly I come and I bid for $2. Then AWS will give Prasad 2 minutes of notice, and it will provide the instance to me. Okay, that is called on-spot instance. And in on-spot instance, again, I mean, since AWS will give only 2 minutes of notice period, you should not use for a production. It is just used for initial level of testing, just the initial level of testing. Okay. Okay, I'll go ahead. Now, what is scheduled instance and what is reserved instance? So, schedule instance are the instances which you can schedule it as per your business hours. Now, let's say you are working only on Saturday and Sunday. Your organization are working only on Saturday, Sunday. So you can schedule the instance only for Saturday and Sunday. But you will have to pay for 8 hours of charge. I mean, if you're so 8 hours of charge is the minimum which you'll have to pay. Okay, so you reserve the capacity in advance so that you know that the instance which you need, it will be made available to you. Okay, you pay for the time that the instance are scheduled, even if you do not use them. Let's say if you schedule only for Saturday, Sunday, okay, you will have to pay for 8 hours of 8 hours Saturday, 8 hours on Sunday. Even if you don't use them, you should use them. Again, it doesn't matter to AWS whether you're using it or not, but you will have to pay for it. Okay, again, a very good choice if you are doing some startup kind of work. I mean, where Monday to Friday you are completely dedicated to an organization, and Saturday Sunday you're making your work. I mean, you're making your side work, or you're planning to start a business, so it is actually good for that. Okay, now reserved instance are basically, as the name suggests, it is made available to you for the entire year, right? So, well, hello. If you have any doubt, please feel free to interrupt. Again, I'm saying, okay, okay. So, reserved instance. So, reserved instance are the instance which gives you the option of reserving the whole instance for for minimum 1 year to 3 years. Okay, so minimum is 1 year, maximum is 3 years. And if you go with this purchasing option, you will get a significant amount of discount as well as compared to the on-demand pricing model. These instances will be reserved for you. Now, there are total three types of reserved instance which is available: standard, convertible, and scheduled. Scan. So what is standard reserved instance? These provide the most significant discount, which is 75% off up on on-demand instance. What is convertible? It provides you a discount of 54%, but the capacity is to change the attributes of reserved instance as long as the exchange result in the creation of reserved instance are of greater or equal value. And the third is scheduled. Now these are available to launch within the time window which you reserve. Okay, I think the spelling is wrong. I need to correct it. Okay, yeah. So these are the type of instances which we have discussed. Okay, now I'll just ask a small. We'll have a small quiz. Okay, so can anyone tell me what is a spot instance? Somebody's having poor network connection. Can anyone? Okay, let me pick someone. Uh, Kumar, can you tell what is the spot instance? Kumar, if you're speaking on mute. Okay. Uh, Atili, can you tell me what are the spot instance?
Um, I don't know. I'm sorry.
So, are you not paying attention to the slides or to the class?
I am. I'm still taking my notes.
Okay.
I'm
So,
still trying to understand.
no issues. But so if you're not understanding anything, please do let me know. Or if
Okay.
you're, yeah, please concentrate on if you want to pass the certification of AWS Solution Architect. I mean, these are, I mean, there are some questions which is very important, which I'm highlighting. So please, I would request you to pay attention. Prasad, can you tell me what is spot instance? Prasad or Sujata, anyone? Okay, uh, guys, please pay attention. If you Naga, you're saying something. Naga, your voice is not audible. I hope I am audible to all of you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so do you know what spot instances are? Guys, can you tell me? Because if we don't know the instances, then how we will cover hands-on? I mean, very difficult, right? Please pay attention and let me know if you face any issues. Again, I'll start covering it. Okay. So yeah, this is the slide. Okay, so we have already covered the purchasing options. Now we will go and we will cover how to access your EC2 instance. So basically, you can access your EC2 instance, you need a key and a key pair name that you will create at the time of the instance. Okay, you can download the private key only once, that too before the creation of the instance. When you are creating the key pair, at that time only you need to download your private key. Okay, and yeah, so without key pair, again, you cannot access your EC2 instance. I mean, either it be via RDP or via SSH. So we actually need RDP connection to access Windows instance, and we need SSH connection to access Linux instance. Okay, now, and the public key is obviously saved by AWS, so it will match with the key which you have downloaded, which you have created, and which you have downloaded. And once the key matches, AWS will allow you to log into the EC2 instance. Okay, and this point I covered yesterday also. I hope you remember that there are total 20 EC2 instances, limit per account. So, sorry, not per account per region. Okay, but if you want to increase it, you can submit the request to AWS to increase it. Okay. Now, what is EC2 status check? So, by default, it performs an automated status check every 1 minute. Okay, that is by default. Okay, so whenever you start running instances, it will start. I mean, uh, uh, checking the status of the EC2 machines. Okay. Now, status check is actually a built-in a feature in the AWS instance. Okay, it cannot be configured, deleted, or disabled. Okay, and the instance check and the instant and the EC2 metric data is actually checked by is actually monitored by AWS CloudWatch, which is monitored every 5 minutes by default. Now it can manage every 1 minute as well, but for that you will have to pay extra charge. This is free. Every 5 minutes is free, but every 1 minute it requires extra you to pay extra money. Okay. Now this I told you, you are not charged for the EC2 instance if you stop them. Okay, but you will be charged for the EBS storage, the storage which is attached to your instance. Okay, but however, you will not be charged for the EC2 instance if the EBS volume which was attached, it is made detached. That time you will not be charged. Okay. Okay, so AWS doesn't charges, mainly it charges for the storage. And if you don't want to incur any charges, please terminate the instance. Now, what happens when you stop an EBS backed instance? Okay, so first of all, what is EBS backed instance? So there are basically two type of instances. Okay, one is EBS backed instance. Okay, and one is just a minute. Let me show. Where's my yeah? So one is EBS backed instance. Okay, EBS backed, EBS storage backed instance. Okay, and one is instance storage backed EC2. Instance backed. So this is EBS backed, and this is instance backed. So EBS backed instance means your OS, your operating system is here in EBS. Okay, but the instance backed storage means the operating system is in instance storage. Okay, so this is the so if somebody actually these type of question will come in your certification exam. What is EBS backed and what is instance backed storage? So please pay attention. Okay, now when you stop EBS backed EC2 instance, what will happen? The machine will shut down. The state will change from running to stopping. That I will show you in the AWS console. Okay, EBS volume, it remains attached to the instance, and that's why you are charged. If you detach it from the instance, you will not be charged. Okay, and again, the private IP address remains same. Okay, but it will release the public IP address. Okay, when you stop the instance, it will release the public IP address. However, the elastic, if you have got the elastic IP address, that it will retain, because elastic IP address are very unique type of IP address, and it is available very less in the market. Okay, so that will retain, that the instance will retain if you stop the instance, and you will be charged heavily for elastic IP address. So please don't. So if in future you come across elastic IP address, people generally forget to release it. Please release elastic IP address. That is very important. Okay, many companies occur a lot of bills if they by mistake they retain the elastic IP address. Now when you switch on the instance again, then the public IP address will change. Let's say you got 10.0.0.0. Okay, again it will change to something 10.0.1.0. It will change public IP, but private IP will remain same. Okay. Okay. Now EC2 terminating, a termination, when you terminate the state of the running instance, the instance states will change from running to shutdown and then to terminate. Okay, I will show you this. Now, if you don't want your data to lose, then please you will have to enable EC2 termination protection, so that nobody can terminate your instance accidentally. Let's say you have given me your login a credential, and by mistake, if I terminate your instance of, or if in organization, if a team of developers, they are using the same AWS account, what if someone goes and terminate the instance by mistake? So that will not happen. It will remain, I mean, as it is. It, nobody will be able to delete it, because it will show a warning. Okay. So yeah, this is the last slide for today. After that, we'll go and we'll cover hands-on. Okay, elastic block storage. I told you EBS volumes attached. I mean, at the launch, okay, are deleted when the instance terminate. Okay, this volume are deleted. But if you don't want the volume to delete, you'll have to enable termination protection. Okay. Now, volumes attached to a running instance are not deleted when the instance terminated, but detached with the, I mean, they are not deleted when the instance is terminated, but are detached with the data interact. Again, this has to be enabled, so it will not be terminated. It will just get detached. Now, second is instance storage. These storage are physical, are they are actually physical storage which is attached to the host server. Okay, when you reboot the instance, then data will not lost, but when you stop the instance, data will lost. Here, see, I've written, data is lost when instance is stopped or terminated, or if your drive fails, which is, I mean, not possible, which is highly impossible with AWS. But again, if the drive fails, then the data will be lost. Instance is stopped, data lost. Okay, and you can't detach this instance and attach to another instance. This instance storage, you can't detach it and attach it to another instance, but with EBS you can do it. With EBS you can detach it from the instance and you can attach it to another instance as well, but this is not possible for instance storage. Okay, this question also comes in exam. Okay, now can you tell me if you have any doubt? Guys, you have any doubts, or shall we proceed? Yeah, Prasad, are you saying something?
No, no, yeah, you can proceed.
Okay, so let me log in. So this is my let me sign out first and then again I log in. Okay, sign in. Okay, so I will log into my instance. Okay, so this is the AWS console EC2. I told you EC2 Elastic Compute Cloud. Can anyone tell me what is Elastic Compute Cloud? What does this term I mean stands for? Elastic Compute Cloud. So elastic as in you can increase it or you can decrease it whenever as per your business need. Compute means computer. It means actual a system, and cloud means it's you are actually interacting with it virtually with the help of internet. That is Elastic Compute Cloud. Okay, so we will go on EC2. So this is how the console looks like. You can see instance running 0, Elastic IP 0, no load balancers are attached, no snapshot, nothing I have. Okay, key pairs and security group are there because I created it for my personal use. Okay, and again I showed you these are the availability zone. Sorry, these are the yeah, these are the zones. Okay, right now I'm in Asia Pacific, Mumbai. So what I will do is I will go to instance and then I will launch an instance. Okay, so now first what I will do is I will name it something like my first instance. Okay, I can select any image. You can see Amazon Linux is there, Mac OS is there, Ubuntu is there, many other. I will select Windows. I'll show you first with Windows. So this is the AMI ID. So my machine is 64-bit machine, Microsoft Windows Server 2022. Okay, and it is free tier eligible. Yeah, anybody wants to say something? Prasad, you wanted to say something?
Mm, no, no, I'm good.
Okay. Okay, so my first instance, I've selected Windows. Instance type is T2 micro. This is free tier eligible. So we have only T2 micro which is free tier eligible. Apart from T2 micro, nothing is free tier eligible. Okay, but T2 micro should be enough. So we have selected T2 micro. Okay. Now this is the key pair which I told you in the slide, right? You have to create a key pair. So let's create a key pair. My EC2 instance. I've created the key pair. Okay, I'm using Mac. So in your Windows, you will get an option of download. By the way, Prasad, you have the AWS account, right? You have created the AWS
Yeah, I
account,
know.
right?
Yeah,
Okay, so once I show the demo, after this you will share your screen and you will show the demo. Okay.
okay.
Okay. So please watch it very carefully. So this is key pair name, create key pair. Key pair. I created the key pair and it's downloaded. Here you can see my EC2 instance.pem file. It is downloaded. Okay. Now in network setting, this is the default VPC. So AWS provides a default VPC. VPC is virtual private cloud that we will cover in the coming classes. It's a very important topic. 20% of the exam questions are from the VPC, virtual private cloud. So this is VPC. Okay. Subnet, no a preference. It will select any subnet as per the availability zone. Then security group as of now allow RDP traffic, and we will select HTTP and HTTPS as well from anywhere. Okay, so this is the security group. So by RDP means I can take the remote access. That is why I am allowing this traffic, and from anywhere I can take the access. HTTP and HTTPS means it is accessible from the internet. If you create a web page in the instance, it can be accessed over the internet from anywhere. That is why I have ticked on both the two security groups. Okay. Now this is the 30 GB volume which we have taken. Again, if I click on advanced, you can see here that is EBS volume. Okay, you can add new volumes also here, but not required. Okay, so
So
30
what is
GB.
EBS? EBS means?
You tell me. Just now I told what is EBS backed instance. EBS is Elastic Block storage. So what is
Okay.
EBS? I just now told what is EBS backed instance. So it means that the OS, your operating system, that is Windows, it will be in EBS. That is EBS, Elastic Block Storage.
Okay.
Got it?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, if you have any doubt, please go ahead. That is basically a root volume. So there are many types of root volume: general purpose SSD, general purpose SSD, GP2, GP3, provision iOS. That we will, these types of, I mean, these things we will cover in the coming classes. Okay. Now, if I click on advanced details, no need to cover advanced detail, but I'll still show you. I mean, see, if you click on request spot instance, here, I mean, the the pricing model will be as per the spot instance of this instance. Okay. So instance auto recovery you can select. I mean, default disabled. So let's not get into this hibernate and termination. The production is also there. You can enable it. I showed you, right? But no need to do that. Okay, for now we are just creating the EC2 instance. Okay, so let's close it. Okay, now summary number of instance one. Okay, this is the server type T2 micro, security group already attached, storage one volume, that is 30 GB. Now, okay, now I will go ahead and I will launch the instance. Okay, so my instance is launched. You can see. So just wait for 2 minutes, guys. It'll from pending state, it'll get to two by two status check. Then we will connect the with the instance. Meanwhile, let me get things ready. This is my remote desktop. Initializing C running. The status check will be 2 by 2. Once the status check is 2 by 2, we can connect to the instance. So here you can see that there are, I mean, many things. So these are all load balancer, auto scaling group, everything we will cover, like how load balancing work, how auto scaling work, how loads are actually. Let's say you have created two instance. If the loads are increasing on both on the two instance, we will set our load balancing capacity of CPU to, let's say, 50%. Like if the CPU reaches the 50% load, automatically third instance AWS will create. So these are all we will see. Okay, how to create the instance from the AM, from the snapshots or from the Amazon machine image. That also we will see. So you can see these are the plans, right? Reserved instance, dedicated host. We have already covered this. Okay, so now you can see the status check is 2 by 2, right? So now I will go in this instance. Now I'll show you few things. This is the instance ID. This is the public IP address which you got. This is the private IP address. Instance status is running. Okay. Now what? Now this is the type of instance T2 micro. Okay. Elastic IP we have not enabled. Okay. This is the VPC. This is the default VPC of AWS where the instance is created. Now the instance type, I mean, it is a Windows instance. You can see when it was created, that also you can see here, right? Apart from that, so there are many details which you can see here. Reservation. And so if you can go to the security, you can see the security group. These are the security group. You can you can modify the security group inbound rules and outbound rules. You can modify it from here also. Okay, but that we will not do now. Storage, you can see here. You can see the monitoring as well. The monitoring of the instance has started. Okay, so this is the CPU utilization. So when we will go to auto scaling and load balancing mode, then in that we will cover about the CPU. We will set the CPU utilization of a certain instance, and then we will see how automatically more instance will get created if the load is becoming more than 50% on a particular instance. But now we'll go and connect to the instance. So we'll go and connect to the RDP instance. Okay. So I'm using Mac. In Windows, you'll have to download the remote desktop file that I'll show you. Okay. So first click on get path. The username is administrator. Click on get password. So how you will get the password? You remember the key which I downloaded. So from that key only we will be able to get the password. So let's upload the key. So what was the key? My EC2 instance. So this was the key. So we will upload it here. Okay, and then we will click on decrypt password. So once we click on decrypt password, see here I got the password. So let's copy the password. Okay, and let me go to the remote. So here what it will ask is, it will ask for the first, it will ask for the IP. Let me what IP? Public IP. You will always use public IP to connect. So this is the public IP. Let's go here and paste public IP. Okay, now add. Now username, it was administrator. This is the username. And what was the password? Guys, password here. We copied the password. Okay. So type in the password. Click on continue. Continue. So here, can you see the instance getting launched? The Windows instance? A simple yes or no would do.
Yes, yes.
You can see the instance getting launched, right? Okay. Let it get launched fully. See, now we have the instance launched. This is the Windows 2022 instance. So this is the instance, 30 GB storage. This is your host name, your instance ID, private IP, public IP. What is the instance size? What is the availability zone, architecture, total memory, network, everything will be shown up here. So this is the instance, right guys?
Okay.
Okay, now Prasad, you go ahead and share your screen.
Yeah, can you
Just
make me as a presenter?
yeah,
I will.
I will make you. I will make you. Just a minute. Make presenter. I have made you as the, oh no, I am making Sujata as the presenter. Just a minute. Yeah, I have made you as the presenter. Now you are the presenter. Go ahead and share your screen.
Okay.
Okay, guys. I hope you are able to see the screen of Prasad. Go and go to EC2. So now Prasad is going to show you the demo of how we can create the EC2 instance.
Okay. So here, right?
Yeah, here type EC2.
Okay. Shall I click launch?
Yeah, you can click launch instance. Now give a name. Yeah. Select Windows. Select Windows instance. No, no need to save that name. You just select the Windows instance.
Okay.
Select T2 micro. Yeah. After T2 micro you have selected, go down.
This one, right?
Yeah, T2
T2
micro
me.
only.
Yeah.
No, T2 micro. Select T2 micro, which is free tier eligible.
Okay. Yeah. Free tier.
Now you do yourself, and if you have any question, then you ask.
Okay. Yeah. So key pair name
Create new
required.
pair. Create new pair. Create new pair. Side to your right
Okay.
side.
So PM is fine, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Create.
create a new pair. No, no. First you give the key pair name. No. Yeah.
So what should I give?
Give anything. Give my first instance. Create. So it's downloaded. Okay, fine. Go down. That's it. You have created it. Okay. Now allow HTTPS and HTTP. Allow both. Okay. So why are we allowing this HTTP and HTTPS? So that we can access. So that if you can. So that if you have created any web server or web page in this instance, I can access it from the internet. That is why. That is why you have allowed these two security groups, right?
Okay. Yeah. Correct.
And why we have allowed RDP, so that you can take the remote desktop
Desktop.
uh, connection. Yeah, that is why we have allowed. Yeah, go ahead and create the instance. No
So
need
it
to even
says
yes.
launch is
Yeah,
there.
launch the instance. Okay, go to the click on instances. Yeah, or you can click on the instance name, right? Yeah, it is successful. Just click on the instance name, the instance ID.
Um,
Go up.
okay. Here.
Yeah, click on that. Okay, so let your instance be ready. It is not yet ready. It is still. It will take a couple of minutes. No, don't copy anything now. Let it get
Okay.
launched first. Go up, check if it has launched. Refresh it.
So where is refresh this one?
No, 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 not that one. Uh, there's beside the connect button.
Yeah, okay, got it.
Yeah, here. Okay, so now your instance is ready because in status check you can see 2 by 2 check passed, right?
Where is the status? Yeah, yeah, correct.
Yeah,
Yeah, this one.
status check 2 by 2. It means passed. Okay. Now
Oh,
go inside the instance. Click on the instance ID. Second one, yeah.
okay,
Go now. We will connect to the instance. Click on connect.
okay.
Okay. Now go to RDP client. RDP client second option. Yes. Okay. Download the remote desktop file. Go down. There's an option download the remote desktop file.
Yeah, this one, right?
I think
Yeah,
your screen
this.
is. Have you downloaded?
Yeah,
For me, I think then your screen is freeze now.
okay. So what about now? I opened downloads.
No, still I can see the AWS console only.
Okay, let me stop and share again.
Yeah, stop and reshare it now.
Now,
Now I'm unable to see your screen.
okay.
Uh, can anybody else see the screen of Prasad?
Yeah,
Not yet.
now.
Yeah, it's loading now. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Now we can see. Go
So
to
I
the
downloaded this one.
yeah. Go to the AWS console. Leave that. Go to the AWS console.
Okay.
Where's the AWS console?
Yeah, this one.
Yeah, here. Okay. Now you have to get the password. So first, click on the get password. Get password.
Okay.
Uh, just yeah. Get password. Okay. Upload the private key. Upload. Click on upload the private key.
Okay.
My first instance was your private key, right? So select that.
Oh,
Open. Yeah. Now click on decrypt password.
okay.
Click. Go
Yeah,
down.
I
See
can.
your password came. So just copy the password. Okay.
Okay.
So the remote desktop file you have downloaded, right? Where's the remote desktop file? Click on the remote
Yeah,
desktop file.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Click on the remote desktop file. Open it. Connect. Enter the password here. Click on OK. Yes. See now you have and successfully connected to the EC2 instance which you have created.
Okay.
Now, this is how it is done in real time. So in real time, what you might do is, so I'll give you a basic example. There will be certain Jenkins job which will be running. I mean, there will be a Jenkins job. Okay, you will have to run the Jenkins job, and the instance will be created automatically. You'll not have to
Okay.
create it manually. Okay, instance will that is something different. But yeah, this is the base thing you need to know this. So
Okay.
now here you can now here what actually in real time people do, I will tell you. They create the instance, they download the softwares, the code is in git repo. From there they run the code here, they test their application in this in these kind of EC2 instance, and then they delete it if it is working. So
Okay.
that this is how things are done.
So,
Okay.
okay. Let's say if we want to install any software, we can do right here. That's what you're saying.
Of course, you can do. Of course, you can do. So by default, Google Chrome is not there. So first, you'll have to install Google Chrome. Then you
So
can, of
this
course, you
is.
can get the software.
So I think this is there, right? Edge browser.
Edge, yeah, but I mean, I personally don't like Edge. I mean, it's very difficult to deal with.
Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to launch something here.
What you're trying to launch? Are you trying
Uh,
to launch the Edge?
yeah, yeah,
Okay, try. Refresh it, no, first.
yeah. Yeah, I think so.
I think your internet is slow, Prasad. Yeah, see, it has opened. It's
Yeah,
opening
it's
very
so.
slow because the internet is little issue.
And maybe first time it is slow actually. My internet is like very fast.
Okay, but in my system it is actually very fast. Okay, no issues.
Okay.
Click on Google. Type Google.
Yeah, yeah. I'm trying. So,
I told you, Microsoft Edge is a little bit difficult to work.
yeah, yeah. Okay, fine.
Okay. Okay, guys. So, I mean, we covered EC2 topic today. We did hands-on as well. So this is what EC2 is, and this is how things are done in real time. Okay, so please create your AWS free tier account and get started, because trust me, there's a huge amount of scope in AWS. You, if you know AWS, people will come to you for the jobs. I mean, there's a huge amount of opening in AWS.
So, what kind of jobs, let's say, it will be there?
You will get jobs like cloud engineer, cloud ops engineer, AWS solution architect engineer, and later you can, if you learn AWS DevOps, you can get AWS DevOps roles as well. So in AWS there are variety of services. There are many services in AWS which is there.
Okay.
This we are learning a solution architect. I mean, you'll have to design the whole infrastructure. Now, if your manager comes and tell you that that Prasad, I need a system, uh, I need 10 systems where I can go and host my application because I need to test it. So again, you will go and you will create the whole infrastructure through AWS. That is why
Okay.
AWS is required. Right, so you
Yeah.
cannot go and buy another system, right? That will cost you somewhere around $1,000 to $2,000, right? And this, see, if you get the instance, you test your system, and that's it, you release the instance, it will hardly cost you $2 to $3, $5 maximum. That's it, your job is done,
Okay.
right? Okay, so this is what it is, guys. So if you have any question regarding this, I hope you find today's session quite interesting. So that is it from my side for today. If you have any questions, please do let me know. I've already pinged my WhatsApp number. Okay, so please, if you have anything, please uh, ping me on WhatsApp, and Prasad, delete this account. I mean, terminate this instance. No, don't, no need to power off. Just click on cross up.
Okay,
Click,
terminate. Okay.
yeah, click on cross and go and terminate it from AWS. I'll show you how to terminate. Just go to the console, AWS console, AWS
So,
console. Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
What
Go to.
happens if we leave like this?
I mean, they will charge you, right?
It's you said 1 year it's free, right? I'm just.
No, no, 1 year it is, no, 1 year they have. See, AWS free is by it means that you can go and create any service. Okay, that is
Okay.
free. But again, I mean, you can't keep the instance on, right? There's a public IP which is attached to it, and I'll tell you, public IPs are very valuable thing. I mean, there are very less amount of public IPs available. I'll take a small a class on IPs as well. Okay, maybe next week, because
Okay.
that is very important for you guys to learn. Okay, so that is very limited IP. So you need to delete the instance. You need to release the public IP. You can't
Okay.
keep holding the instance, right? Somebody
Yeah.
might use this, might be in the need of the. So go to the instance, top, click on instance.
This one.
Yeah, click on instance.
Okay.
Click on actions, top.
Actions. Okay.
Yeah. No, sorry. Click on instance state. Instance state. Huh. Terminate the instance.
Okay.
Don't stop. Terminate it. Yeah. Yeah. That's it. Okay,
Okay.
Sujata, you told
So
that can you please see
whenever,
yesterday's class link? I was not okay. So what? Today, yesterday's class, I forgot to start the recording. Actually, I started the recording a little late when we were actually trying to create the AWS account. Okay, so that video is already available and it is there in the WhatsApp group. Okay, if you can ping me on the what on WhatsApp, I can share you yesterday's video, which is there. How can you create your free tier AWS account? So please go ahead and create it, guys. Very important. Yeah, that's it from my side.
Sounds good to me. Thank you so much.
Okay. If you have any questions, please do let me know, or else we can end the session. Okay. I'm assuming
yeah,
that there
one
is no.
second. Yeah, one second. So is anyone working on performance testing here in US?
Performance testing. So I'm using Jmeter for my performance testing.
Okay. So
So
do you
what
have
more?
any openings in your current project?
Which one? Sorry.
Do you have any openings in your current project? Do you know?
Not in my team anyway. Sorry for that.
Some, okay. Yeah,
Share your
please let
email.
me know.
Actually,
Yeah,
yeah.
sure.
Okay, Prasad, these things
Yes.
you can talk on WhatsApp. Okay, thank you so
Yes,
much.
Shiva. Yeah, yeah. Thank you, Shiva. You can stop recording. So, and one second, let me share my email.
Thank you.
Thank you all. Bye bye.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.